Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something really fundamental. Fixed broadband.
Hmm.
It's way more than just streaming or emails now. It's essential. Education, business, how we connect.
Absolutely. It's basic infrastructure at this point.
Right. And we've got some interesting stuff to look at today. Excerpts from the Global Fixed Broadband Market Outlook, covering 2021 right through to 2033. Our goal here is really to pull out the key insights, kind of give you a clear view of where connectivity is actually going.
Exactly. And, this isn't just about the numbers themselves. It's understanding the trends. What's driving this? What does it mean for how we're all going to live and interact?
Okay, so let's jump right in. The big picture first. Globally, fixed broadband is, well, it's growing fast.
Robust growth is the term they use.
Yeah. So the report pegs the market back in 2021 at nearly $288 billion.
Right.
Fast forward to 2025, that's projected to be almost $390 billion. And then get this, by 2033, over $711 billion.
Huge numbers.
Huge. And that works out to a compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, of almost 7.8%. So
Yeah.
what's behind such a big expansion?
Well, what's really insightful in the report is why. It's not just, more people getting online.
Hmm.
It's the demand for better, faster, more reliable connections.
Okay.
Think about it. Remote work needing solid video calls.
All day long for some people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then there's streaming, 4K, 8K content, e-learning, which is massive now,
Right.
and, smart homes. All those devices constantly connected. They all need more bandwidth, lower latency.
So it's the quality of the connection demand that's really pushing things.
Precisely. So for you listening, this means the digital tools and services you use, they're just going to keep evolving, impacting pretty much everything you do.
Makes total sense. Okay, let's zoom in a bit. North America. What's the story there?
So North America, it's a mature market, but still growing steadily.
Yeah, the report shows it going from about, $81.8 billion in 2021 to a projected $188.5 billion by 2033. That's a TGR of around 7.2%.
Still very healthy growth.
And the U.S. is predictably the giant there. It goes from roughly $65 billion
Yeah, 65.2.
to nearly $148.4 billion projected for 2033.
Right. The lion's share.
But you know what caught my eye? Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's smaller, obviously, but the rate of growth is actually higher. A CAGR of about 7.8%. It's projected to hit almost $25.5 billion from just over $10 billion back in 2021.
That is interesting. Strong momentum there.
And Mexico's doing well, too, projected over $14.6 billion. So even in these, established markets, growth is still strong. What's driving that specifically? Is it just more people or...
Well, connecting back to what we just discussed, in these mature markets like North America and, as we'll see, Europe, a big part of it is the upgrade cycle.
Ah, okay, fiber.
Exactly. Moving from older copper or cable to full fiber to the home. Gigabit speeds. That's where a lot of the investment and therefore the market's value growth is coming from.
So it's less about new connections, more about better ones.
Largely, yes. The report talks about demand for ultra-low latency, higher capacity, things needed for, VR, advanced IoT, maybe even future home AI stuff. It's about future-proofing.
Got it. And Europe, similar story.
Pretty similar pattern, yeah. Europe's market is forecast to hit nearly $150 billion by 2033, up from around $64 billion in 2021.
Okay.
And Germany stands out there. It's got the fastest pace in the region, projected to jump from $13.8 billion to $34.5 billion. That's an 8% CAGR.
Wow, strong for a mature market.
Very. The UK is also doing well. $10.2 billion up to nearly $24.8 billion. France, Italy, Spain, they're all showing solid, consistent growth, too. All expected to be over $11 billion markets by 2033.
And the report mentioned others, too. Sweden, Denmark.
Yeah, Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, Luxembourg. They're all contributing significantly as well. It's a broad push across the continent towards better infrastructure.
Okay, so North America and Europe. Steady, significant growth, driven a lot by upgrades.
That's a good summary.
Now, let's shift gears. Asia Pacific. The report calls this one dynamic.
That's putting it mildly. It's the powerhouse.
The numbers are pretty wild.
Good.
Growing from about $96 billion in 2021 to a projected, wait for it, $256.8 billion by 2033.
It's massive scale.
And the highest KGR globally, right? Around 8.5%.
That's it. 8.54%. Yeah. Leading the pack.
China is obviously a huge factor there, moving from about $31.6 billion to over $86 billion.
Naturally, given the size.
But here's a real standout, according to the report. India.
Ah, yes. India's growth is phenomenal.
Highest KGR globally. a staggering 9.4%, nearly 9.5%, rising from around $13 billion in 21 to over $38 billion by 2033.
It's incredible. Really shows the pace of digitalization happening there.
And it's not just them. Japan, South Korea, Australia, all expected to pass $11 billion by 2033.
Strong developed markets there, too.
Even smaller markets like Singapore are showing impressive growth, $4 billion up to over $11 billion. And Southeast Asia as a whole, places like Indonesia, Vietnam.
Yeah, that block goes from about $6.4 billion to nearly $18.6 billion.
Yep.
Huge potential being unlocked.
So what's the main engine for this explosion in Asia Pacific?
Well, the report really highlights the sheer scale and speed of investment in digital infrastructure across the region.
Okay.
You've got governments and private companies making huge pushes for digital inclusivity, especially in emerging markets. They're often leapfrogging older tech.
Straight to fiber?
Often, yes. Or advanced wireless fixed access.
Yeah.
They're connecting millions, sometimes for the first time, with reliable broadband. It's transformative, not just market growth. It's changing lives, opening up global opportunities.
That leapfrogging idea is powerful. Okay, let's touch on the other regions. South America.
South America is also showing strong evolution. The market's expanding from about $20.7 billion in 2021 to nearly $53 billion. Let's say $52.8 billion by 2033.
And the growth rate.
Pretty strong, too. An 8.1% CAGR overall for the region.
Brazil's the biggest there, I assume.
By far, it's set to nearly triple. Went from $8.4 billion roughly, projected to hit over $21 billion.
Oh, and Argentina.
Argentina actually has one of the highest CAGRs in the region, about 8.7%. It's growing from $3.4 billion to over $9.3 billion, so real dynamism there too.
Okay. And the Middle East.
Also reflecting that growing need for connectivity. The report shows it going from $16.4 billion in 2021 to over $41 billion, $41.4 billion by 2033.
Any standouts there?
The UAE is highlighted, surging from about $2.6 billion to nearly $7 billion. That's another high CGR, almost 8.7%.
So strong growth pretty much everywhere we look, but maybe for slightly different reasons in each region.
Exactly. And the report connects a lot of this growth, especially in South America, the Middle East, and Africa, to broader digital transformation efforts.
Right, Africa. What's the picture there? Infrastructure catching up.
It is rapidly. The market's growing from about $8.9 billion in 2021, projected to hit over $22.5 billion by 2033.
Okay.
South Africa is leading that growth with about an 8% per each year, climbing from roughly $3.4 billion to over $9.1 billion.
So it really underlines how crucial fixed broadband is, especially in developing economies.
Absolutely crucial. It's fundamental for bridging that digital divide, fostering economic development, education, healthcare, everything.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. We've seen the numbers, the regions. What's the big takeaway for you, the listener?
Well, I think the clearest takeaway is this undeniable global surge. It's everywhere.
Right, it's not isolated.
And it's not just about more users. It's the demand for faster, better internet. We talked about smart homes.
Video conferencing becoming standard.
The explosion of IoT devices, plus that whole push for digital inclusion globally. It all feeds into this growth.
Yeah, and we saw how, emerging economies are really accelerating, investing heavily, sometimes leapfrogging tech.
While the mature markets are focused on those crucial upgrades, fiber, gigabit speeds, preparing for whatever comes next.
It feels like the next decade is going to be pretty transformative for broadband.
Absolutely. Connecting people, devices, services in ways that are, frankly, probably hard to fully picture even now.
So for you listening, understanding this isn't just about market stats. It's about grasping the nervous system of our modern world.
Well put.
And maybe here's something to think about. If fixed broadband is this essential utility driving such huge growth and change, what new possibilities, what frontiers does that open up for us? Beyond just connecting our laptops and phones faster, what comes next?
Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into something that's it's the literal backbone of our digital lives, the fixed broadband market. You might just think of it as your internet connection, right? But it's so much more. It's the digital infrastructure driving modern economies, powering smart cities, and connecting, pretty much every aspect of our lives now. We've taken a whole stack of insights and research, and our mission today is to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge to help you understand the powerful forces shaping this absolutely essential space.
And what's truly compelling here, I think, is how this market, which, we often take for granted, is actually undergoing a pretty fundamental structural transformation. It's being driven by some incredible innovation, yet it's also facing some very real hurdles.
Right. And by the end of this deep dive, you should have a really clear picture of why your internet experience is changing, what's coming next, and why it all matters to you. So let's start with the powerful forces fueling all this growth. What's really driving this surging demand for high-speed internet?
Well, the fundamental shift, I'd say, is that high-speed, reliable broadband has moved from being like a luxury to an absolute necessity. Think about just the past few years. Remote work becoming common, virtual classrooms, 4K streaming as the standard, not the exception, and the explosion of smart home devices. All of these things require a robust, always-on connection.
Yeah, you can't really function without it these days.
Exactly. And as digital transformation keeps accelerating across every single sector, this demand just intensifies. We're talking businesses needing faster connections for cloud services, families needing consistent bandwidth for, I don't know, 5 devices running all at once.
So it's not just us wanting faster Netflix then. It's broader than that.
Yeah.
Beyond just individual users wanting faster speeds, what role are governments and the big telecom players playing? Are we seeing public investment driving this, or is it purely market forces?
Oh, it's definitely a combination. Governments and telecom providers are actively fueling this. They're investing heavily in national broadband plans. Particularly in developing economies, this is a big focus. Their goal is pretty clear: ensure that last mile connectivity and bridge that critical digital divide. Get everyone online.
That makes perfect sense. So this effort isn't just about laying down cables. It feels like it's more about enhancing digital inclusion
Hmm.
and enabling economic opportunities, especially in those rural and underserved regions that might otherwise get left behind. It really connects to that bigger picture of societal economic development.
Precisely.
And these ambitious goals kind of bring us to the fiber revolution. We hear a lot about fiber to the home, FTTH. How is this fundamentally different from what we had before, like DSL? Why is it so crucial now?
It's a massive leap, really. Traditional copper lines, the old DSL technologies, they're rapidly being replaced by fiber optic networks. And the benefits aren't just, incremental, they're transformative. Fiber isn't just faster, it provides ultra-low latency and incredibly high speeds. That's absolutely critical for entirely new paradigms.
New paradigms like what?
Well, imagine the precision needed for remote surgery, the seamlessness for truly immersive virtual reality, or the real-time responsiveness required for fully autonomous smart cities. It's about basically eliminating the digital friction that limits innovation today. It's future-proofing networks for decades.
Eliminating digital friction. I like that phrase. And it's interesting how governments are acting as a major catalyst here, playing this crucial role through strategic policies, financial subsidies, all aimed at closing that connectivity gap. What are some standout examples?
Yeah, we're seeing significant efforts globally. For instance, India's Vardet project aims to connect all its rural areas, huge undertaking. In the U.S., you have the BEAD initiative that stands for Broadband Equity, Access, and Deployment, channeling billions into expanding access. And in the EU, the Connecting Europe facility is dedicated to improving digital infrastructure across the continent. These aren't small projects.
No, clearly not. Enormous undertakings designed to ensure everyone gets access to this vital infrastructure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the powerful drive for growth.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's not all smooth sailing, is it? The fixed broadband market faces some very real hurdles. What's maybe the biggest challenge when it comes to actually expanding this infrastructure?
Perhaps the most significant one is just the sheer difficulty of rural deployment. It's tough. We're talking about colossal capital requirements and incredibly lengthy timelines. Building out fixed broadband infrastructure in remote or rugged terrains is exceptionally demanding.
Right, just picturing it.
Yeah.
Laying thousands of miles of fiber across mountains or dealing with permits for every single segment.
Exactly. It's a logistical nightmare, frankly.
Yeah.
And those logistical and regulatory hurdles are so substantial. They often discourage investment in areas where maybe mobile broadband seems like a more practical solution. It's quicker to deploy, has broader reach.
And that brings us neatly to another growing challenge, the substitution threat. Mobile satellite broadband.
Mm.
Is fixed broadband's dominance really being challenged here?
Absolutely. Technologies like 5G with its increasing speeds and capacity, and then companies like Starlink offering satellite internet from low Earth orbit. They're providing compelling alternatives. For users in really remote areas or maybe people with nomadic lifestyles, the flexibility and the broader reach of mobile and satellite can be incredibly attractive.
Makes sense.
So this competitive pressure certainly has the potential to limit fixed broadband's penetration, especially in markets that already have really strong mobile ecosystems. The big question for you as a consumer often becomes, How much do you prioritize flexibility over, say, the stability and potentially extreme speeds of a fixed line?
Yeah, that's a trade-off people are making. And then there are the internal struggles, right? Network congestion, service quality issues.
Yeah.
Let's face it, we've all been there. The dreaded buffering wheel, your video call freezing mid-sentence. What's actually happening behind the scenes there? Why is it such a persistent problem?
Well, many existing broadband networks, particularly those built on older infrastructure, they just struggle. They struggle to deliver consistent speeds as bandwidth demands keep rising exponentially. This leads to frustrating latency, that's the delay in data getting to you, jitter, the variation in that delay, and sometimes just outright outages.
The worst.
Yeah. And these issues directly translate into dissatisfied users and, for the providers, higher churn rates. People switch. In an age where we expect seamless video calls, instant uploads, flawless streaming, inconsistent performance becomes a serious liability. Our expectations have just fundamentally shifted.
They really have. Okay, so we've covered the powerful drivers, this significant hurdles. Now, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about some truly exciting emerging trends that are redefining this whole landscape and shaping the future of your internet experience.
Right. A key transformation is the deeper integration of fixed broadband with smart homes and the broader IoT Internet of Things ecosystem. Your broadband connection isn't just for your computer or phone anymore. It's becoming the central backbone for everything. Smart thermostats, security systems, voice assistants, connected fridges, you name it.
And the ISPs, the internet service providers, they're really leaning into this, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's not just about providing a pipe anymore. They're bundling broadband with, like, advanced features, AI-powered routers, sophisticated parental controls, robust cybersecurity. This isn't just faster downloads. It's like ISPs are evolving into these indispensable digital concierges, managing everything from your smart home security to your family's digital well-being. It's turning a utility into a whole comprehensive lifestyle service.
That's a great way to put it. And this evolution, it doesn't just enhance customer retention, makes the service stickier, but it also unlocks entirely new revenue streams for these providers.
Okay, so beyond the fiber actually coming into the home, how is the technology inside our homes evolving to keep up? With all these devices demanding bandwidth, what's happening with Wi-Fi?
Yeah, the surge in next-gen Wi-Fi technologies like Wi-Fi 6, 6E, and even Wi-Fi 7 now, it's critical. So these aren't replacing fixed broadband. They're working hand in hand with it to really supercharge your in-home connectivity. You, the user, expect seamless multi-gigabit speeds across all your devices, from your smart TV streaming 8K content to your gaming console and all your smart gadgets. No compromise.
There's no more dead spots in the house.
Exactly. Telecom operators are investing heavily in things like mesh Wi-Fi systems and intelligent gateways because, frankly, the quality of your internet inside the home is now just as important as the speed reaching your doorstep.
That's a crucial point. Okay, finally, let's touch on the business side. We're seeing massive consolidation, aggressive bundling strategies changing the competitive landscape. What's behind this trend of telecom giants swallowing up regional ISPs and integrating this whole suite of services?
This is a really significant strategic move. The trend is definitely toward offering comprehensive bundled packages. They go far beyond just internet. They include broadband, mobile, IPTV, that's TV over your internet connection, VoIP for phone calls, even cloud solutions for businesses. This convergence is designed to drastically reduce churn people leaving and increase the average revenue per user, the ARPU, by creating what we call sticky ecosystems.
Sticky ecosystems.
hmm
And once you're kind of locked into that ecosystem, it becomes incredibly hard for customers to switch providers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like a race towards becoming these all-in-one digital service providers, where connectivity is just the starting point for a much broader offering, touching almost every part of our digital lives.
That's exactly the strategy.
So what does this all mean for you listening? The fixed broadband market is clearly undergoing a profound transformation. It's moving from being just a pipe for data to becoming the fundamental platform for our digital lifestyles, our economies, evolving into something far more integrated and, well, personalized.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, while infrastructure costs, intense competition, and those quality concerns remain pretty significant hurdles, understanding these intertwined forces is absolutely key to unlocking continued growth in what is undoubtedly one of the most critical tech sectors of our time. And it leads to a crucial consideration, I think. How will these rapidly evolving dynamics continue to shape, maybe even redefine, the digital experiences you come to expect every single day?
That is definitely a lot to mull over. We hope this deep dive gave you a powerful shortcut to being well-informed about the dynamic world of fixed broadband. Keep those questions coming and keep exploring.